Well, hello everybody, welcome back to 4 Lights Wellness. My name is Omid and I'm squatting right now to show you what sitting actually looked like for a lot of people way back in the day when we still carried around loincloths and spears. The reason this is so important to understand though is not just because I'm showing off a deep squat. The idea that we don't naturally sit at 90 degrees pretty much at all out in nature. Sitting on a hard surface for long periods of time causes a lot of mobility issues in the actual pelvic floor itself. Now, why is that important for you to understand? Well, if you're struggling with any chronic pain, chronic anxiety, chronic depression, stress, anything like that, chances are it could actually be a mobility issue of your pelvic floor. If you want more links as to why I think that's the case, I've got a whole huge Substack article I just posted about all of this stuff. I've got a huge newsletter that I put out on this stuff as well. I have deep dive into the science and rationality of that. But try this wide knees child pose out first and then just see how you feel. But the idea that the pelvic floor is supposed to open up as we breathe, this position allows that to happen and chairs don't. So this width is basically what I'm trying to aim for. And if your knees can't handle this, don't worry, I got some modifications for you. But I'm basically going to go that wide. What I like to do personally, and this doesn't have to be you, is I just take my elbow to the knee. And that's basically the position that I'm going to be in. I just let my head drop down. And again, if your knees can't handle sitting all the way back down, you can keep your hips up a little bit. But the amount of flexion that I'm creating, this kind of rounding in the spine, it's going to kind of compress the rib cage just a little bit. It's going to open up that pelvic floor, and it's going to force the air down to inflate my pelvis a little bit. So tuck in the chin slightly, and you're just going to try and take some breaths, thinking about pushing the air down into your bum. And the motion you're trying to feel for, if I show off my behind for a second, I'm going to find my sits bone. I'm going to go just in between that and the butt. And as I breathe, you should feel everything pushed down and away. What I feel today is a little bit more stuck on this left side, so I've got a trick for that as well. What I'm going to do is I'm going to add a side flexion into this. I'm going to come towards you, again in my elbows on my knees, and then I'm just going to turn my whole spine to compress the right side to open up the left, and I'm going to do that same breathing. And that's it. You do this for about a minute or two at a time, and you really can notice that a lot of the tension in the body just starts to dissipate a little bit when you do this. It's almost as if we take the stress from the chair with us through the rest of the day, and opening up that pelvic floor, allowing some mobility, some motility through that area is really going to help to get some blood flow through there, to help decrease the tension through there, and also just get the stress reactivity out of the body. So try this out for a minute or two at a time. Let me know in the comments down below how it works out for you. But that's it for this video. I hope this information is very helpful to you guys. As always, have a happy and healthy rest of your day. I'll see you in the next one.